Good morning. Today is Thursday, March 23rd. One more week of March. I'm going to read to you in Isaiah, and then we will talk about it. This is Isaiah 55, starting with verse 2. And he asks, this is actually God speaking, why do you spend money for what is not bread, and your wages for what does not satisfy? Listen carefully to me and eat what is good, and let your soul delight itself in abundance. Incline your ear and come to me. Hear, and your soul shall live. How do you hear God? And what do you spend your money on? And I was thinking about people who have addictions. Any kind of addiction. Gambling addictions even, maybe a shopping addiction, maybe drugs or something else, and they're never satisfied because they're always looking for that next time. It just isn't enough, and something went wrong within and grabbed onto that addiction because there's an emptiness or something. I'm not a trained counselor on that, so I'm not going to try to get to that part, but he suggests that we spend our money on what is good. Eat what is good and let your soul delight in abundance. He's kind of telling us, if you would look carefully at what you spend your money on and eat good food, that seems to be, and listen to him, we would have abundance. I think about sometimes people, they buy pillows for their couches, and maybe each season they buy a new pillow, or something. Does that satisfy you? Now, if it does, if it truly does, if it's truly your what you need, but ask yourself, does it really satisfy you? Is that really what you're supposed to be spending your money on? And then he goes on in verse 10 and he says, for as the rain comes down and the snow from heaven, and do not return there, but water the earth and make it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goes from my mouth. It shall not return to me void, but it shall accomplish what I please, and it shall prosper in the thing for which I sent it. That's a promise from God. He's promising you, just like rain. Rain doesn't come down and then go right back up. Rain waters the earth, and the snow here in at least in Wisconsin, the snow definitely waters the earth. And eventually that's what brings forth the buds, and then that gives the seed, as he says, to the sower, to the planter, and bread to the eater. These things have to happen, and he says, but that's how his word is. It goes and it does not return to him void. It does what it's supposed to do, and it prospers in the thing for which he sent it. So you definitely want to pay attention to God's word. You want to make sure that you hear it and that you believe it and you trust it, because that's what he's saying. In the very beginning, before there was anything, all he said was, let there be light. And there was light, just like that, with his words. That's a powerful, powerful voice. And so how do you hear God's word? Well, you start with this. You start with reading the Bible, and Jesus says lots of things, and God says lots of things, and that's how you hear God, is through the Bible. And those words are what will live, and they will satisfy you if you take them in and let them soak into you like the rain, and let them bring forth the buds, like things to eat, bring forth that's the way it has to be. It's kind of like the cycle of rain comes down, waters. That's the same with God's word. So you think about that. Have a great day. God bless you.